Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manly Chuckle, your place of sports betting advice. I am your host, Mack Smith. This is my first video, guys, ever, and I really thought it was important to kind of outline how I made $50,000 sports betting in 1 month. A lot of people, we hear on the YouTubes and the internet and all these different places talking about, how much money they make, how great they are at making picks, all this good stuff. But nobody ever actually shows the results. So I'm here to actually show you guys how I made $50,000. To kind of give you a background of how I started, when I was in school at The Ohio State University, I actually dabbled a little bit in sports betting back then. Interesting enough, the first time I bet $50 on a three-team parlay, made $300, and I was like, I'm hooked. As a college student, making $300, big deal. So I dabbled in that for a while. It was a lot easier back in those days. You could literally fund your sports betting account via a debit card. Things kind of changed, obviously, along the way. It became harder to make deposits, to retrieve money from your account. So I kind of stopped doing that for a while. A couple years back, I did kind of try it again, and I saw how difficult it was. You had to, use debit cards to get your money. You had to Western Union money, and to get and receive wire fees were ridiculous. So it kind of put me off there. But obviously, with the invention of legalized gambling now, and in my state, particularly Maryland, it just became legal in September of this year. So I thought, hey, because it's legal, this is a perfect opportunity to do things. And then, of course, what happened right around September when it became legal, caught COVID. So family and I were sick, had some other things going on, so I couldn't really delve into it like I wanted to. Come October, I started to think to myself, you know what, I think this is a good time. I have time on my hands. I'm ready to kind of look at this. But I thought to myself, hey, before you get started and really put real money into it, why don't you use the month of November as a kind of a tutorial, an exercise to figure out, is this something that you're really good at? Is this something that you can actually do long term? So what I did was I said, you know what, I'm going to do pretend money, and I'm going to track my bets for the month to see what I came up with. Interesting enough, at the end of November, I realized I would have potentially made a little over $20,000. Mind blowing. One of those things where you look and you say, that's life changing kind of money. And I realized, you know what, this is something I kind of got to go full bore with. Go ahead and make that investment and figure out, hey, is this something that I'm good at? Is this something that I can do long term? Is this something that, for a good way to make money? So December, I decided to go ahead and deposit $6,000 of my own money. And you can see it here. Amount deposited, and this is December 23rd for my activity. Amount deposited, $6,000. That was my initial seed money. Here you can see the amount I played, $78,888.86. Here you can see the amount won, $142,456.18. I actually withdrew $11,500, so I took my $6,000 back, plus an additional $5,500, because I said, you know what, I got a couple of things I want to buy. I also want to make sure I take out at least this amount of money so that worst case, whatever happens, I'm in the positive. But here you can see my account balance at the end of the period, $57,966.59. It's also showing up here in the casino, but you can see there's no money or no activity played. My total here for the month is pretty much the exact same because obviously there's nothing different that was going on there. You can see the total number of bets, 54, total number of bets, 1. Here's a couple promotional items that I got, $100. Actually, during the course of the month, FanDuel actually invited me also to the FanDuel VIP program. And so I was accepted. I guess that's based on, the amount of bets, the total dollars that you bet, winning, a lot of different things. And some of the perks they give you is different specials along the way. They'll give you bonuses on deposits. They'll give you bonuses on certain wagers that you make. I also got offered tickets to the Ravens-Cincinnati Bengals game. They ask you, what are your favorite sports teams? And I listed Cincinnati Bengals. And they actually offered me tickets to the Ravens-Bengals game. have a family, young child, so I wasn't able to go. But those are some of the perks that I got as becoming a FanDuel VIP. But like as you guys can see here, a lot of money here. This is big time thing. These are results. These aren't me making up things or making outlandish claims like sometimes that you hear on the internet. This is real life. This is real life money. So far in January, I've also had great success so far. And so I'm looking at this like this is a big long-term thing. And kind of what prompted me to do this video, like I said, was really just showcasing to you guys that this is a possibility. I'm an average guy, everyday guy, has a 9 to 5, just like you. I do my research. I look through everything. I make informed decisions. I'm a firm believer of kind of diversifying how you make your picks. You'll hear a lot of different opinions from a lot of different people. I think all of them work, and you kind of have to find your niche and find your way on how you do things, right? Straight bets are great, right? It's just a 50% chance, flip of a coin, right? I say this team is going to win by 7 or this other team is not going to lose by 7. Those are the best odds you're going to get, 50%, heads or tails, flip a coin. I also like teasers. I know a lot of people aren't necessarily fond of teasers, right? And for those of you that don't know, teasers are if you're adding additional points, right? So if you have a team, let's say Ravens and Bengals are playing, Ravens are favored by 7.5. You can tease it down and say, hey, I'm going to tease this game 7 points. And you can tease it in either direction. You could say, I'm going to take 7 points on the Ravens side. So it's going to take that total from 7.5 down to half a point. Basically, so you're saying the Ravens just need to win the game. Or you can tease it the other way and say, hey, I don't think instead of the Bengals not being able to lose by 7.5, the Bengals aren't going to lose by 14.5. There's obviously less odds, less payout and odds that you're going to get for that because you're getting those additional points. But it is a good way to use and using the right way. And the last thing is parlays. I know a lot of people in the industry are against parlays. I'm a proponent of parlays. I think parlays can work for you. Parlays are a way of making money. I don't advocate making 8-10 team teasers, where you pay $10 to win, 10,000. Odds are you're not going to win those type of things. The money looks good when you're playing with the numbers in the system, but realistically, that's not going to work. But if you do 2, even 3 team parlays here and there, those are really ways and opportunities to make a little money. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll use those parlay bets, and I may tease those as well to kind of get a little bit of help here and there, or I make straight bets on some of the ones that I put in the parlays to offset. But there's a couple of different ways. And to me, like I said, I'm a proponent of using all those different things. Every day may be different. One day the best bets may be straight. The next day it may be parlays. The next day it may be teasers or any combination of. So really, guys, it's just all about finding, like I said, what works for you. We're all here to have fun. We're all here to watch sports, but ultimately we're all here to make money. And once again, I'm here to show you guys you can do it. In 1 month, you can make over $50,000, guys. This is life-changing money. This is real. This is for me, this is a big thing, and this is something that I know that I'm good at, and this is something that I'm going to pursue long term. This is my first video, guys, so it's going to be rough. This is unedited. This is me just talking off the cuff. My goal is to do more of these videos. Hopefully, you guys, if you enjoyed the content, you can like, subscribe. I'm not a chatterbox, so my videos aren't going to be long. It's going to be quick, straight to the point. Ultimately, what I would like to do is start being a little more consistent with these videos. And so my hope is to make a video every day, if possible. And what I would like to do in those videos is kind of give, tips, advice, anything around sports betting, anything that I can do to make everything more beneficial for all you guys out there. And also one of the things I'm thinking about doing is probably in those videos also giving out a free pick. One of the picks that I myself am going to play. Not one of those people that's going to throw out picks for games that I'm not even playing myself. So maybe picking out my best bet or free pick, something like that in the videos as well for you guys. But once again, If you made it this far in the video, thank you. Like I said, this is my first video. Please in the comment section, provide any critiques, any things, any kudos, anything that I can do to make better. If you guys want certain videos about any of those things that we've talked about before, or any particular topics that you want me to do a video on, I will try my best to do that as well. But once again, $50,000 in 1 month, guys. This is real money. This is real life-changing things. If I can do it, you guys can do it as well. So on that note, thank you all for checking out the video. Manly Chuckle out.